to your reading. Let us come in close today because this message is one you truly need to hear. So, the message that I have for you today is this: something massive is finally arriving. Everything you have been carrying inside, every tear and every quiet prayer, none of it wasted. God kept you waiting through that season because the blessing had to be built properly first. You were not forgotten during that silence. You were actually being protected the entire time. The weight felt unbearable at certain moments, but there was divine reasoning behind every delay. What is arriving for you now? It is going to make every painful moment finally make sense. You are stepping into something so big, your past self could not have handled it back then. There was a reason the doors kept closing, and you are about to understand that reason fully. Your spirit knew something was coming, even when your mind tried to convince you otherwise today. The heaviness you carried was not punishment, it was preparation for something beyond your imagination. Sit with that truth for a moment because the cards are going to confirm every single bit. The first card I have for you is the Star, and it confirms everything about this entire message. The Star says your faith was tested, but it never broke no matter how close it got. Restoration energy pours through this card right here, meaning the universe is repaying what you lost. Every single moment you spent wondering if things would shift, the honest answer was always yes. There is a healing washing over your entire life, and it actually started before you even noticed. The star does not show up for people who gave up, it appears for those who truly endured. Your patience was never passive or meaningless. It was the strongest thing you have ever done, that quiet strength you showed when nobody was watching. This card sees all of it clearly now. Healing is not coming in the future, it is already moving through your energy as we speak today. The restoration that this card carries is deep. It touches your heart and your circumstances equally. You kept believing when the evidence said stop, and the star honors that kind of faith specifically. The promise behind your pain is now becoming visible, and nothing can reverse what God has set moving. Now we have the next card coming through, and this is the Four of Wands with celebration energy. The Four of Wands confirms that real stability and genuine lasting joy are being built for you. What is forming around you right now is not temporary. This card says it will stay and grow. You have been craving something solid and honest, and the cards confirm it is finally arriving here. A homecoming energy surrounds this card, like your spirit is finally settling into lasting peace today. What you prayed for during your lowest and hardest moments, those prayers were heard every time. The ground beneath you is becoming firm, and you can feel it even if words fail. Joy is not just visiting you briefly, it is planting itself deep into the soil of your life. The Four of Wands says celebration is earned, and nobody can say you did not earn this moment. There is a warmth spreading through everything you touch, and that warmth is divinely placed here. You waited with grace when most people would have walked away, and that patience built this reward. Then we have the World, which is one of the most powerful confirmations in the entire tarot deck. The World shows a major cycle completing. Something that was years in the making is finally ending. You earned this moment through spiritual endurance, not through luck and not through coincidence either. Every closed door and every painful rejection, all of it was redirecting you towards something greater. You could not see the full picture back then, but divine clarity is flooding into your awareness fast. The world says wholeness is yours now, not partially, but fully and completely without conditions attached. A chapter that drained you for years is finally closing, and a beautiful new chapter opens behind it. This card does not appear unless the soul has completed real work, and yours absolutely has done that. You survived what was meant to break you, and the world confirms that survival was never accidental. God made you wait because the timing had to align perfectly, and that alignment is here right now. What you are about to receive matches what you endured, and that is a divine promise. This entire reading confirms your waiting season carried deep purpose, and the reward is truly massive. The cards leave no room for doubt today. Everything you believed in silence is becoming your reality. You held on when it made no sense, and that single decision changed your entire life trajectory. Everything is shifting in your favor today, and the cards are showing it with full and absolute certainty. Now, let us talk about you for a moment because a lot has been sitting on your heart. You have been holding more than anyone realizes, and it has been quietly exhausting you inside. Part of you wanted to let go completely, but something kept pulling you back every single time. Your emotions have been heavy lately, and you have not had a safe place to release them. You smile through it and keep moving forward, but privately, the weight has been crushing you. The confusion hit hardest at night when you started questioning whether your patience was worth it. Some nights your thoughts spiral into doubt, and you wonder if you imagined the connection entirely. You wanted clarity more than anything else, but the silence kept handing you unanswered questions instead. Nobody ever told you how truly lonely it feels to keep believing in something others refuse to see. The first card we have is the Queen of Cups, and she speaks directly to your emotional world. She shows a person who feels everything deeply, even the things that others completely overlook around them. Your emotional intelligence is a gift, but lately it has also felt like a burden you carry alone. You absorb energy from others without meaning to, and that has been draining your spirit for months. This card confirms that your sensitivity is not weakness. It is your greatest spiritual strength right now. She says you have been pouring love outward constantly without receiving that same energy back in return. You gave more than was ever asked of you, and part of your exhaustion comes from that imbalance. Your heart stayed open even when logic told you to close it, and that took real courage inside. A deep tenderness lives inside you that most people never see, and the cards fully honor that. Lately, you find yourself protecting your emotions, keeping your true feelings hidden behind a calm surface. Okay, the next card coming through is the Nine of Swords, and it speaks to your anxiety directly. This card shows those restless nights clearly, the overthinking and the mental loops that drain you. You have been replaying conversations in your head hundreds of times, searching for meaning in every word. Your mind has not been kind to you lately, and the weight of that inner noise is real. The worry was never about being weak, it was about caring too much for something that matters. Your thoughts created worst case outcomes that never happened, and that stole your peace away silently. The mental storm is calming down now, even if your nervous system has not fully caught up yet. You are not losing your mind over nothing. Your heart recognized something real and your brain panicked. That fear of being wrong about what you felt, the cards confirm you were never wrong at all. Anxiety convinced you that silence meant rejection, but that was never the truth behind the quiet. Now we also have the Ace of Cups, and this card shifts everything toward emotional renewal for you. A new wave of feeling is flooding in. Something pure and deeply healing is washing over your spirit. Your heart is not closed off or broken. It is actually preparing to receive something truly beautiful. An emotional rebirth is happening inside you, and you may have already started sensing it in quiet moments. You are ready for love that does not cost you your peace, your sanity, or yourself entirely. What you desire is not too much, and your standards are not unreasonable, no matter what doubt whispered. You deserve to feel chosen without having to beg. And this card validates that truth without question. Your emotional walls are coming down slowly, not because you are reckless, but because you feel safe. Everything you went through emotionally was clearing space, making room for something far better than before. Then we have the moon, and this card reveals the deeper layers of confusion you have been facing. Navigating through fog became your normal lately, trusting your instincts when nothing else made any sense. Moments came when you questioned your own intuition, but this card says your gut was always accurate. The uncertainty you felt was not a sign of weakness. It was part of a necessary spiritual process. You have been shown only partial truths for a long time, and that created the confusion you carried. Your subconscious knew things before your conscious mind caught up, and that gap caused inner conflict. Fear whispered loudly during the unclear moments. but your soul kept choosing faith over that fear. The fog is lifting soon around you, and what you see with clarity will confirm what you felt. You were never confused about the connection itself. You were confused about whether to fully trust it. The cards confirm your emotional truth today. Everything you felt was real, and everything you carried mattered. So now let us step into their energy because a lot has been happening on their side too. This person has been carrying feelings, things they have not spoken out loud to anyone around them. Their silence was never about not caring, it was about not knowing how to say what they feel. Emotions built up inside them over time, and the pressure of holding it all became overwhelming quietly. They wanted to reach out more than once, but fear kept pulling them back every time. Pride played a role in their distance, but underneath that pride lies something deeply vulnerable and real. This person thinks about you far more than their actions have shown, and the cards confirm it. Their emotional world has been messy and confusing, and they have not known how to sort through it. The first card coming through for them is the Knight of Cups, and it reveals their emotional truth. The Knight of Cups shows a person who carries deep romantic feelings even when they stay completely silent. Love sits right at the surface for them, but something keeps them from fully expressing it to you. Their feelings for you are genuine and strong, and this card says those feelings never actually faded. A battle between what their heart wants and what fear allows. That is what this card confirms fully. They rehearsed reaching out to you in their mind, but every time courage showed up, doubt followed fast. Love is not something this person takes lightly, and that is exactly why their approach has been cautious. Their emotional intensity surprises even them sometimes because they did not expect to feel this deeply. This card says they carry you in their thoughts daily, even during moments that seem completely unrelated. Their heart chose you specifically, and the Knight of Cups confirms that choice was never reversed quietly. Okay, the next card here is the Hermit, and this reveals why they pulled back into isolation recently. The Hermit shows a person who withdrew not from lack of love, but from emotional overwhelm and confusion. They needed space to process what they feel because the depth of it scared them on every level. This person is not naturally comfortable with vulnerability, and what they feel for you demands exactly that. Sitting alone with their emotions became routine as they tried to understand their own heart in silence. Their withdrawal was a form of self protection, not rejection or indifference toward you in any way. Solitude became their coping mechanism because facing you meant facing feelings they were not ready for. They feared showing their full truth because it would give you power to hurt them beyond recovery. The Hermit says their isolation is ending because they have finally started making peace with what they feel. The distance was always about them and their fears. It was never about your worth at all. Now we also have the Seven of Cups, and this card shows the confusion clouding their decisions lately. Multiple thoughts and fantasies fill their mind, all competing at the same time without resolution. They imagined many different outcomes with you, some beautiful and some terrifying in equal measure today. This person got lost in their own head, creating scenarios that pulled them further from simple truth. Overthinking replaced genuine feeling for a while, and that pattern trapped them in exhausting mental loops. Their confusion is not about whether they want you, it is about whether they deserve what you offer. Self doubt convinced them that they would ruin something beautiful, and that fear froze them in place. They see you more clearly than you realize, and that clarity is exactly what makes them feel unworthy. The Seven of Cups says their fog is thinning now, and real clarity is replacing all the noise. Their heart already made its choice quietly, even while their mind kept debating every detail and outcome. Then we have the Emperor, and this card shows the part of them that craves structure and control, a need to feel strong before opening up. That is exactly what this card reveals about their nature. Their need for control has been a wall between you because love requires surrender they resist naturally. They want to lead and protect deeply, but first they need to trust you will receive them safely. Building inner strength has been their quiet focus, preparing themselves for something emotionally significant ahead. Their pride is not arrogance, it is armor they built after being hurt, in ways they still carry. Underneath that controlled exterior lives a person who wants nothing more than to feel safe and loved. They are almost ready to lower those walls because what they feel has become stronger than their fear. Their emotional world runs far deeper than anyone sees, and the cards honor that hidden truth. Their silence carried weight and meaning, and everything they held inside was connected to you. Okay, now let us talk about what is actually happening next because movement is coming in strong. This person is shifting out of stillness, and the cards show real decisions forming on their side. Now, the thinking phase is wrapping up for them, and they are preparing to take a visible step forward. Their energy has changed from hesitation to intention, and that shift will become obvious very soon. What was stalled for so long is now gaining speed, and the momentum is building faster than expected. They are no longer just sitting with their feelings, they are starting to organize around a decision. The direction they are moving in points directly towards you, and the cards leave no confusion about it. Action is replacing silence, and you are going to notice it in ways that feel sudden but deliberate. What has been building quietly behind closed doors? It is ready to break through into the open now. The first card here is the Eight of Wands, and this card is pure forward momentum fully confirmed. The Eight of Wands shows rapid movement, messages arriving quickly, and delays finally breaking apart completely. Communication that was blocked or delayed is finally about to open up, and it will come in fast. Waiting is officially ending according to this card, and things are about to accelerate around you both. Plans have been forming behind the scenes, and the Eight of Wands confirms moves you cannot see yet. Expect contact or a shift in their behavior soon because this card does not show up without action. Speed is the defining quality here, meaning what happens next will not drag out or stall any longer. The energy around this situation has been cleared, and now nothing is blocking forward progress at all. Something they have been planning or rehearsing is about to become real, and the timing is nearly here. Their next move is already in motion right now, not just being considered or debated any further. Now we also have the Page of Swords, and this reveals the specific kind of action taking shape. The Page of Swords shows information gathering, watching from a distance, and preparing before making contact. This person has been quietly paying attention to you, checking in without making it obvious at all. They have been observing your energy and your moves, deciding when the right moment is to approach. Curiosity is driving their behavior right now, wanting to know exactly where you stand before speaking up. Messages may come through indirect channels first, a like or a view, or a subtle sign of presence. The Page of Swords says they are testing the waters carefully, gauging your openness before stepping forward. Their approach will feel calculated but not cold. It is strategic because the stakes feel high to them. A message or conversation is being drafted on their end. Something direct and honest is being prepared. They want to say the right thing when they speak, and that is why the approach feels measured. Curiosity has turned into real intent now, and this card says that intent will become visible very soon. Then we have the Two of Cups, and this confirms where all of this action is heading today. One of the strongest partnership cards in the deck, the Two of Cups shows intentional coming together. This is not casual or random movement. The action being taken is aimed at building something real. Their next step is about creating a genuine bond, not playing games or sending more mixed signals. What is forming between you both has a foundation of real feeling, and the cards validate that fully partnership energy is being activated now, meaning the actions they take will feel reciprocal and balanced. Reconnection or deepening of contact is rooted in honesty, and the Two of Cups confirms that clearly. Their movement toward you is not impulsive at all. It is backed by intention and clarity they reached. The action phase leads directly into union, not more confusion or distance or unanswered questions ahead. Every step they take from here carries purpose, and the Two of Cups validates that with full certainty. The cards show a clear path forming from decision to contact to connection, and it is happening now. What seemed frozen for months is thawing rapidly. And the next chapter begins with a deliberate move. The shift from stillness to action is undeniable, and every card in this section confirms that transition. Movement is no longer a question here, it is a confirmation backed by every single card pulled today. Their actions will speak louder than words soon, and you will feel the shift before they explain it. The waiting is done on both sides, and what replaces it will be real and impossible to miss. This person is stepping forward with full clarity, and the action is already underway as we speak today. A new chapter of real movement and contact has officially begun, and the cards confirm it without question. So, this is where it gets really deep because what they are hiding inside is heavy and revealing. Confessions have been sitting on their chest, things they have not been able to release to anyone. The truth they carry is not small. It is the kind of truth that changes everything once spoken. They wanted to tell you certain things, but the fear of losing you kept them silent. Their silence was never empty or meaningless. It was full of words they never had courage to say. What lives underneath their composure is raw, and the cards are exposing it in this part clearly. They are not as unbothered as they appear, and what they actually feel would surprise you deeply. Hidden feelings have been growing louder inside them, and holding it all back has become nearly impossible. What they confess in their mind when alone, the cards are about to bring into the light. The first card we have is the Devil, and it exposes the obsession they have been hiding quietly. The Devil shows an attachment so deep it scares them, a pull towards you they cannot logic away. They think about you in ways they would never admit. And this card confirms that truth completely. The intensity of their desire frightens them because it makes them feel exposed and emotionally raw. Fighting their own feelings has been constant, and the Devil confirms they keep losing that battle inside. Late at night, their thoughts turn to you, and those thoughts carry weight they refuse to acknowledge. They crave closeness with you on every level, not just emotionally, but in ways that consume their focus. This card reveals possessiveness they try to hide, a quiet fear that you could belong to anyone else. The Devil says they are privately terrified because you hold power over their emotional state entirely. Their attachment is not casual or passing, it is deep and tangled and impossible for them to shake. The confession buried deepest inside them is that you became their person without them ever choosing it. Okay, now we have the Six of Cups, and this reveals a confession rooted in memory and nostalgia. Specific moments with you play on repeat inside them, and the Six of Cups confirms they revisit often. Certain conversations and certain looks live in their mind, and they return to them constantly when alone. They miss a version of your connection that felt safe, and they wish they could return. Every new experience gets compared to what they shared with you, and nothing has ever come close enough. Nobody has made them feel the way you did, and that truth haunts them more than they admit. They carry a longing for something familiar and warm, and your energy is the only thing that matches. The ache they feel when remembering you is not sadness, it is their soul recognizing home. This card reveals they idealize certain memories of you, holding on to moments others would have forgotten. A second chance is what they want, not to repeat the past, but to honor what it meant. Their nostalgia is not weakness at all. It is proof that what happened between you was genuinely real. Returning to you lives in their mind constantly, as the one thing that could bring them peace again. Now we also have the Ten of Cups, and this reveals the biggest hidden confession of them all. They secretly dream of a full life with you, not just a moment, but all of it. Long-term commitment and emotional security. That is what the Ten of Cups says they envision with you. This confession is the one they guard most carefully, because admitting it makes them feel fully exposed. They do not just want you temporarily. This card confirms they want you for the rest. A future built together is what they fantasize about, even if their behavior has not reflected that yet. Quiet mornings and growing old beside you, that is the private vision they hold and never speak about. The Ten of Cups says their deepest desire is wholeness, and they believe only you complete that picture. Behind every wall and every silence they built, the dream was always quietly and stubbornly about forever. They whisper your name in prayers you never heard, asking for one more chance to love. They are terrified to say it openly, because forever feels like the most vulnerable word they could offer. What they hide is not confusion or doubt, it is certainty so overwhelming it paralyzes them into silence. Their biggest unspoken truth is this: they already know you are the one and have known for a while. The cards confirm that everything hidden inside them points to you, and it always has without question. Every unspoken word and every guarded feeling leads to the same truth. They want you and only you. Their heart made its confession long ago, and the cards are finally saying it out loud. What they carry for you privately is the kind of love that does not fade or leave. Now, let us look at what is coming for you next, because the cards are extremely clear here. The energy ahead of you is not uncertain or foggy. It is bright and confirmed from every angle. What you waited for is no longer far away. It is close enough to feel it arriving now. The timeline has shifted from someday to soon, and the cards are marking that shift right here today. Everything that was delayed is now accelerating, and you are stepping into a season of real reward. The first card for your near future is the Sunday, and it is one of the best possible. The Sunday confirms happiness and clarity flooding your life, not gradually, but with full force and joy. This card says the confusion lifts completely, and what replaces it is warmth and certainty you trust. Success in love and emotional fulfillment is what this card promises, something you craved for so long. A breakthrough is arriving that touches every area of your life, and it starts with this connection. What God held back from you was never denied. It was being perfected until the moment was right. Joy is not something you have to chase anymore. It is walking directly toward you with open arms. This card confirms that the dark chapter is officially closed, and what opens next is filled with light. You are walking into a season where everything aligns, and the cards say you deserve every bit. Clarity about this person and this connection. It will hit you in a way that removes all doubt. Your outcome is fully blessed here, and nothing stands between you and the joy that is coming. Now, for your advice card, we have strength, and it carries an important message about your approach. Lead with your heart, but hold your ground. Do not shrink yourself to make others feel comfortable. The advice here is about gentle power, showing up fully without abandoning your standards or your worth. Do not rush to fill the silence or chase what is already coming toward you naturally. Your softness is not something to hide, and strength confirms it is the very thing that draws them. Stay grounded in who you are, because your energy is magnetic, and the cards confirm that without question. This card advises patience without passivity, meaning you stay open but you do not beg or over-explain. Trust what the cards have shown you today and let the situation unfold without forcing it into shape. Your power comes from stillness and knowing your worth without needing anyone else to validate it first. You already did the hardest part by waiting, and now it is time to receive what was promised. The best thing you can do is breathe, trust the process, and let God finish what already started. Now let me bring this full message together for you, because everything in this reading connects deeply. The message today was this: wait until you see why God made you wait, because this is huge. Every single card confirmed that your waiting season was divinely guided, and the reward is arriving now. The star confirmed your faith was honored, and the Four of Wands brought celebration into your foundation. The world closed a major chapter, and the Queen of Cups validated every emotion you carried through. The Nine of Swords acknowledged your anxiety, and the Ace of Cups opened the door to renewal. The Knight of Cups confirmed their feelings, and the Hermit explained why they needed distance at first. The Seven of Cups showed their confusion, and the Emperor revealed the strength they built inside quietly. The Eight of Wands brought momentum, and the Page of Swords showed them carefully preparing their move. The Two of Cups confirmed partnership energy, and the Devil exposed the obsession they kept hidden inside. The Six of Cups honored their memories, and the Ten of Cups revealed their dream of forever. The Sunday confirmed joy and clarity ahead, and strength reminded you to stay grounded in your own power. Every card in this reading pointed in one direction toward reunion and love and a divine reward. The universe aligned every piece of this reading to show you one truth. Your wait is officially over. This message was never about waiting for nothing. It was about waiting for something worthy of you. God made you wait because the timing had to be perfect, and that perfect timing is unfolding now. You are not just hearing good news today, you are receiving confirmation that your entire journey mattered. The love you prayed for is not a fantasy, it is real and on its way to you. Trust what you felt in this reading, hold on to it, and know you are where you belong. Thank you so much for being here with me today and for trusting the cards with your energy. I am sending you all the love and light, and I will see you in the next one. The energy ahead of you is not uncertain or foggy, it is bright and confirmed from every angle. What you waited for is no longer far away. It is close enough to feel it arriving now. The timeline has shifted from someday to soon, and the cards are marking that shift right here today. Everything that was delayed is now accelerating, and you are stepping into a season of real reward. The first card for your near future is the Sunday, and it is one of the best possible. The Sunday confirms happiness and clarity flooding your life, not gradually, but with full force and joy. This card says the confusion lifts completely, and what replaces it is warmth and certainty you trust. Success in love and emotional fulfillment is what this card promises, something you craved for so long. A breakthrough is arriving that touches every area of your life, and it starts with this connection. What God held back from you was never denied. It was being perfected until the moment was right. Joy is not something you have to chase anymore. It is walking directly towards you with open arms. This card confirms that the dark chapter is officially closed, and what opens next is filled with light. You are walking into a season where everything aligns, and the cards say you deserve every bit. Clarity about this person and this connection. It will hit you in a way that removes all doubt. Your outcome is fully blessed here, and nothing stands between you and the joy that is coming. Now, for your advice card, we have strength, and it carries an important message about your approach. Lead with your heart, but hold your ground. Do not shrink yourself to make others feel comfortable. The advice here is about gentle power, showing up fully without abandoning your standards or your worth. Do not rush to fill the silence or chase what is already coming toward you naturally. Your softness is not something to hide, and strength confirms it is the very thing that draws them. Stay